Hi, this is Sandy from lusciouslife.com, and this is Tea Time Behind the Curtain, where I give you a little behind the scenes peek and what's going on in my life and in my business. And I have to say, this week, nothing has gone to plan pretty much. Um, my mom is needing to move and downsize quite a bit, and there's a lot of uncertainty in her circumstances right now. So, it's been a really rough time of transition for us. And it all kind of caught up with me earlier in the week, and I found myself very emotional. Had a couple of good emotional meltdowns, which was perfect. I'm actually a really big fan of the well timed emotional meltdown. I think it moves energy, it kind of clears things out, releases stress and pressure, and makes space for wisdom and clarity, which was certainly my experience. Um, and probably wouldn't be surprising to you that a big chunk of the wisdom from the meltdown was to relax and to breathe and to just not be so hard on myself, to have something figured out that actually is still in the mystery and is still forming. So, yeah, the earlier part of the week was really spent making space for the emotional waves that were coming through. And then, and that was fine because today, Thursday, was scheduled as catch up day. Had a tea date with my friend this morning, and which was lovely. I hadn't seen her in a while, and it was really fun. But then I went out to my car, and my battery was dead. I hadn't left my lights on or anything, but the battery was old and on its last legs anyway, so it really wasn't too much of a shock. But of course, inconvenient. I was kind of stranded. Well, as stranded as you can be in our lovely little downtown Petaluma. But called my husband, and he showed up, knight in shining armor that he is, and he's like, yep, it's the battery. And very fortunately, we were just right around the corner from an auto supply store, so we went over, got a new battery, and my husband, being pretty handy with the basic mechanical things, popped the new one in, and now I have a zippy new battery, which is actually really great. So now we don't have to worry about that. But what was going to be a couple hours out of the house this morning ended up being about 5+ hours out this morning. So the catch up day is kind of whittled away. And so here I am, Thursday afternoon, with a big to-do list that really has barely a dent in it. And I have a choice on how I want to be with myself around that. There's the part that's just like, well, I guess I should just start the weekend early and see what happens next week. There's the, oh, now I have to really buckle down and get it all done, and what's wrong with me, and, really kind of beating myself and being hard on myself. Or my preferred method is to relax a little bit, catch up with myself, kind of reassess where I am, and just let myself know that the week has unfolded exactly the way it needed to. I needed the space in the early part of the week to release some emotion, and the car did what the car did, and now it's handled. And so now I can look at my list of things that I wanted to get accomplished and look at what's really where are my priorities? What do I think is really the most important? And when I look at them, having this chat with you was up there. I didn't want to not do that. Because this is a new thing, and I know that if I don't, it's going to be really easy to not continue. So that was important. And spending some time kind of fleshing out some really juicy inspirations I have, possible blog posts, maybe something else, but I'm really feeling the pull to dive into the creative pool of exploring some inspirations that have been coming through. And if I spend time there, I'll be good. I'll feel like I had a really good, satisfying week. So how do you handle it when life throws you some curves that you weren't expected and kind of topples your to-do list on its head? How do you dance with that? Of course, I really recommend being as easy on yourself as possible, not bailing on yourself, but not beating yourself up either. So that's a little peek into my world this week. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. And until then, please come check me out at my website, lusciouslife.com. And if you haven't, please do sign up for my Luscious Soulful Beauty e-letter. I would just love to stay connected in that way also. Until next time.